Hey, it's Tedda time. Yeah. Welcome to another episode, and today we're going to be talking about dividing fractions. Alright, so I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, I hate dividing, I hate fractions, but it's really not that bad, okay? So with dividing fractions, we have this cool little trick I guess we can do. It's called keep, change, flip. Alright, so what that means is we're going to keep the first fraction as it is. We're going to change the division symbol to a multiplication symbol, and then we flip the second fraction upside down. And then we just have a multiplication of fractions, which you guys know is pretty easy. Alright, so for example, if I have 3/4 divided by 1/2, well, I'm going to keep 3/4 the same. That's my keep part. I'm going to change division to multiplication, and I'm going to flip my 1/2 upside down, so it's going to become 2/1. And so now I just have multiplying fractions. I multiply straight across. So 3 times 2 is of course 6. And 4 times 1 is 4. So my answer is 6/4. Now of course we want to simplify that. So let's go through and do that. Let's change it to an improper fraction. So it'd be 1 2/4. And then of course 2/4 simplifies to 1/2. So our answer is 1.5. So as you can see, dividing fractions is not that much more difficult than multiplying fractions, because we just do keep, change, flip. But where it kind of gets difficult and kind of crazy to look at is when we have these things called complex fractions. Alright, so complex fractions is just a fraction where a fraction's on top and a fraction's on bottom. So I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. But it's really not that bad, because it's really just a division problem. So you remember that one we had before where I had 3/4 divided by 1/2? Well, as a complex fraction, it'd be written like this, where the 3/4 is on top, a big fraction bar, and then 1/2. So it's really not that bad. So how we solve them is the same way. We keep the top number the same, we change that fraction bar to a multiplication, and we flip the bottom number. So for example, if I had 1/2 over 2/3, so it's a complex fraction. So let's keep the 1/2 the same. Let's change that fraction bar to multiplication, and then we flip the 2/3 upside down to 3/2. So now we just have 1/2 times 3/2, and we multiply straight across, and we see that the answer is 3/4. So as you can see, complex fractions, even though they would have the word complex in it, is really not that bad to solve. You just do keep, change, flip. You keep the top number the same, you change the fraction bar to multiplication, and you flip that bottom fraction. So it's really nothing to freak out about. You guys can do this. Alright, so now, what if we had mixed numbers? So let's say we have 1 3/5 divided by 3 1/3. Well, remember with multiplying fractions, we change it to improper first using the C. We're going to do the same thing here. So let's draw our C's, and let's change 1 3/5 to improper. That would be 8/5. And let's change 3 1/3 to improper. That would be 10/3. So now we just have to keep, change, flip. We keep the first one the same, so we keep it as 8/5. We change the division symbol to multiplication, and then we flip that second fraction to be 3/2. So now we have 8/5 times 3/2. We multiply straight across. 8 times 3 is 24. 5 times 10 is 50. So we have 24/50. Now, of course, we have to simplify the fraction. Well, we know both of those are divided by 2 because they're both even numbers. So let's do that. And I end up seeing that that's as far as I can go because it's 12/25, and nothing goes into 12 and 25. So my final answer there is 12/25. So let's review. Dividing fractions is not that much more difficult than multiplying. It's just got that extra step where you got to do keep, change, flip. So remember to keep the first fraction the same, change the division symbol to multiplication, and then flip that second fraction. You guys have got this. I'm going to go make me some pizza. Tedda time out.